whole fan base gets jacked up. You see it all over social media, and it starts to build some momentum in your recruiting class.
The play-action fake. Right down the middle. It's caught downfield. They get him stopped, but the big gain has them on the doorstep. Let's mark it at the 13.
Man, this offense is so dangerous, Reese. They've got dudes all over the field that can make plays. There's a big gainer in the pass game.
You get a chunk of yards like that, now the defense is really on its heels. And the Cardinals have taken it inside the 20. Motion from the wideout. From the red zone, looking for a receiver. He wants it all. Intercepted for the 11th time this season. He's brought down. A short return, but the defense comes out on top with a pick. The Buckeyes buried deep in their own territory, just trying to find breathing room on first down. Power football with the run. Pass the sticks, and he may get more. Really good job by everybody there. Well blocked, good run, and a first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Looking for a physical attack from the gun. Breaks into the open. Good, solid, determined run there. They'll mark him down at the 27.
You know what I really like about games like this at this point in the season? You find out who you are. You find out whether you're going to stay in the race.
And who can step up and handle the challenge, right? This is easily one of the toughest games to date for both of these programs coming into this one. So there's a lot of eyeballs, David, on this game to find out who's mentally and emotionally the toughest.
Yeah, and we're going to point to this game as we get later in the year and big decisions are made. You've got a top 25 win. You beat them in the middle of the season, X, Y, and Z, so these are big for the resume.
Moves away as he feels pressure. He'll pull it down and run. Just keep moving this thing forward. He's out of bounds. They'll mark him down at the 37-yard line. Let's talk just for a second about Ohio State. They got a huge boost to their defensive front in recruiting last week. Five-star backer, verbal commitment, some future help in the form of this guy, David.
Oh, baller. And these are the guys that they play running back and all over the field in high school because they're so big and strong and athletic. And it's a guy that you count on. They can come in right now and play day one with that size-speed combination.
To the air, it's Nolan. Grabbed over the middle, it's Graham. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there, still a bit short of the first down.
During the week, you got to talk to your quarterback. Quarterback, what do you like? What's your favorite, safest routes, easiest reads? Love coming out with those early with the short passing game.
Now the play fake. Looking deep. And he's got it inside the 15-yard line.
And, man, it has got to be so rewarding as an offensive coordinator when your play call perfectly counters the defense's call, and that's exactly what we saw there. That play targeted the coverage's biggest weak spot, and it led to a wide-open receiver.
Wrestled down at the 8-yard line as they threaten deep in the red zone. It'll be second down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. Back to pass on second down. It's complete. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Buckeyes. Extra point here will tie the game. I tell you, when this drive started, the defense thought they had them in a hole. Not anymore. What a performance.
And I really like the play calling by the offensive coordinator on that last drive. That was a nice mixture of running and throwing and getting different players involved. Really nice job, very poised in that play calling, and it showed up with a touchdown.
Opening play of this drive will come from their own 23. Shoot, quick toss to the right. That's the kind of play that can really get you going as they get it out to the 36. The Cardinals come to the line in the hurry up.
And it's frustrating as a defense when you give up that first down and you give up that pass play. But here we go with this offense. They're right back on the ball. You got to flush that. You got to get lined up, and you got to communicate.
Hit hard as he released the ball on that first down pass, and it never had a chance. Behind the chains now on 2nd and long. Wants to throw. It's Bryant. Buys a little extra time. Throwing on the run. And that ball is hauled in inside the 35. Finally corralled, but not before. He picks up the first down. And the Cardinals come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Coming out on first down with the play fake. He'll take another shot here. And it slips through his fingers, incomplete. That would have been a huge gain if he could have held on.
And this defense, we know, they present a lot of challenges. And you can see it right there, man. They shrink windows fast. They're a top 25 defense for a reason. You really better make sure you're dialed in today, or else they can make you pay in a hurry.
The RPO, fire complete to the left. Turning it, headed to the end zone. Touchdown, Cardinals! Nice catch and good work afterwards to get it into the end zone. These two have spent plenty of time together. That was almost telepathic, David.
No doubt, and quarterbacks and wide receivers throw all off season to get on the same page. You can see he hits them in stride. That's why he gets the touchdown.
That's the end of the period, and Louisville has the lead. And we've reached the end of one. Before we move on, let's take a look at our stats so far. Heading in the opposite directions now as we crank it up in the second. The kickoff team is on the field, and we're ready to get this one underway. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. They've got a first down here to open the period. They'll move the wide receiver. Looking to throw on first down. And the physical play there forces the incompletion on first down. Guys, let's talk for a minute about Ohio State. Boy, did they have a big pickup in recruiting. Stud in the secondary. 5-star defensive back. Gives them a verbal. What a huge boost for this program, David.
This is enormous. Getting a guy in the back end, a 5-star guy like that, dude, it's plug and play, and those guys pan out at such a high level. Just, they have so much speed. The measurables there. This guy should be an impact player day one.
We talk about quarterbacks having to make quick decisions, and I think you saw it on that play. Nobody opened downfield, but he just decided to take off.
And the Buckeyes are at the line looking to convert on 3rd and short. Dropping back, it's Nolan. Pressure coming. And pass not close as he got drilled trying to deliver it, and it'll bring up 4th down.
Defense did a great job. 3rd and short on the opponent's side of the field. They're expecting quick throw. Everybody, they dug their heel on the ground. They're able to break on the ball, force the incompletion.
Well, the offense is taking a chance here, staying on the field inside its own 40. On 4th down, they'll throw for it. Hauls it in easily enough for the first down. And he'll be marked down, but he's got enough to move the chains.
Well, that tells you a lot about their confidence in this quarterback. 4th down early in the game on your own end, and you go for it. But when you make decisions and throws like that, it's easy to see why.
Pocket breaking down. Oh, and he took a shot as he threw that one away.
One of the big risks about being in an empty set is that you don't have tight ends or running backs helping you out in pass protection. And that time the quarterback got hit right before he let it go, and that's why that ball fell incomplete.
So now it's 2nd and long. They'll run play action. Unloads to the wideout. Working that left side. He's going to be out of bounds, but not before he gets it to midfield.
That's a really nice throw. And you think about being the starting quarterback at The Ohio State University with all the great players they've had here recently, what this offense expects from you. This is explosive passing attack. You've seen that now in recent years. They push the ball vertically down the field. This guy has the skill set. That's why he's out there on the field right now. He allows this offense to really go. He's playing at a high level.
And he is just engulfed at the line by this giant defensive tackle. Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. To throw, it's Nolan. Rushes on him. They get to him as he throws. Picked off. What a play by this defense. They get him on the ground after the turnover, but there is a flag on the field, and we'll see if that will be a reprieve for this offense. Leaves it with the running back. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender. The Cardinals in the hurry-up.
Yeah, and listen, offensively, you run the RPOs. You just want positive yards, make the right read. Read the guy. If he wants to drop back a little bit, hand it off, get some positive yards, go on to the next play.
Unloads it left. He's got it. They bring him down, but the big play will move the sticks. Now inside the 20, 1st and 10 from the 18. The defense going to stop the clock with a timeout. They want to make sure they have everybody on the same page. Down to the 18-yard line, it's 1st and 10.
Slide 22, 29 Philly.
Rides the back and leaves it on the option. Got some room, headed to the goal line. Can't quite cross the plane to get the 6, but they'll have the 1st down. New set of downs right on the doorstep for this offense. This defense might be reeling after those last 2 and now facing 1st and goal. They'll try to pound their way in. And he takes it in for a score. Touchdown, Louisville! Follow the blockers. The offensive line will take you to the hallelujah land.
And I tell you what, most of the time, Reese, it requires a little bit of skill to find that hole and, slither through a little crack. That was not a crack. That was wide open. Didn't take a lot of vision because the blocking was outstanding.
Fielded in the end zone, it's West. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. No reason to be in a big rush. They have some time here late in the half. They'll leave it with him. They knock him down, but not before he gets it out to the 21-yard line. Pick up a 4.
That's a really nice play. It's impressive. Once 1st down, the defense thinks you might be running the football. You still can line up. You can get some movement at the point of attack and find a little crease for your running back.
He is stopped behind the line of scrimmage. They'll lose yards on that one.
We're able to find the tight end for an easy completion, but good job tackling, not allowing him to get the 1st down.
It'll be 3rd and long. Looking downfield, it's Nolan. Throws to the wideout. Oh, what a spectacular layout and catch. We've reached the 2-minute timeout, and a score on this drive would do wonders for their confidence. The Buckeyes have it with a 1st and 10. Wants to throw on 1st down. Working that left side now. Didn't pick up a lot there, moved it forward just a few.
What's important in this game, this offense gets the running back involved out in the perimeter in space where he can do some damage. That time they got it to him throwing the football. He picked up a couple of yards, but it gives the defense something to think of.
Offense gets set for 2nd down. Looking to fire. Intercepted. A first-half turnover can swing momentum. He goes down after the short return, but what a play to get the football back. Plenty of time to work, not any time to waste as they take over here in the final 2 minutes of the half. Looking downfield on 1st down. Buying some time. On the run deep down the right side. And he's got it inside the 30-yard line. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the play. Let's see if it stands. So they'll decline the penalty. Pleased with the results of that last play. 3 yards. 1st down for the offense after that penalty. To the air on 1st down. Shoots it to the left. He makes a catch. They make the stop, but not before he sets them up with a 1st and goal from the 10. Motion from the back. The ball is out behind the line. Well, the offense looks as if they fell on the fumble, and they'll keep the ball. And the Cardinals headed quickly to the line. Quarterback may change this route. Looking to throw, it's Bryant. Here's the pressure. Throw to the end zone. It's picked off. He stopped. Not much on the return, but a whole lot in getting the football.
This is obviously not a great start for this quarterback here. 2 interceptions already in this game. He's got to do a much better job with his decision-making.
We'll see them really hit the speed button on the tempo here in the final minute of the 1st half. The running back has it. A most efficient pickup of 6 on 1st down. It's 2nd and 4. We got a timeout here late in the 1st half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. The Buckeyes can really attack on this 2nd and short. Looking to go up top, and time's running out in the half. Fires to the tight end. Forced out of bounds right at the 20-yard line, and that's the kind of play that can really get a drive going.
Nice job by the QB and receiver on this play in a 2-minute situation, knowing to work the boundary, get the 1st down, and get the ball out of bounds. Great situational awareness.
Steps away. Took a shot as he threw.
The offense just has not been able to find a way to get their rhythm going here in the 1st half. We just haven't seen it in the passing game. That was a really good example of it again. If they're going to score more points in the 2nd half, they've got to make some adjustments here at halftime.
After the incompletion, back to the passing game. And they can't hook up, going for the big play on 2nd down. Now it's 3rd down.
Well, the offense is doing their best to try and at least get into field goal range here at the end of the 1st half. So they take a vertical shot down the field, but give the defense credit. Lots of eyes back there on the quarterback. They're able to break on the ball and make sure that throw falls incomplete.
Moving out of the pocket. Another incompletion on 3rd down.
And you get more and more hits on the QB like this right there, more and more making him scramble out of the pocket to the right. That's winning. He's going to start to see ghosts. He'll start to panic. He'll start to speed up that processor. Nice job by the defense making that quarterback feel very, very uncomfortable.
He'll get it up to about the 44-yard line before they slam the brakes on him. one final play of the half. Scanning the field, it's Bryant. Unloads to the right. It's caught. A big play, gets it into plus territory, and they'll mark him out of bounds at the 44. That's going to wrap up the first half here, and now we join Kevin with the halftime update. The Cardinals will kick it away first, and we'll start the second half. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. They go to the Wildcat and use the extra blocker. Snap to the back. Powers through the defender.
It's definitely too early to panic, but there's some bad feelings going on for this offense right now. You're way down on the scoreboard. I know we're still in the first half, but after that last play, it's pretty obvious. You can't run the ball. You're becoming a one-dimensional offense at a time, but you need to be able to score some points. So either get it done through the air or you've got to be more physical up front.
He almost picked up the first down on that one, but he'll be just a little bit short.
Well, they're running the curl route against zone coverage, so the quarterback knows he's going to have to put that one on his receiver. And you saw the velocity and arm talent this guy has. That was a missile.
And he surges up to the 36-yard line, and they'll move the chain.
Yeah, a nice job dialing up that short yardage situation play call there, David. They needed 1 yard, and they picked up 2.
Yeah, great job up front. Great job by the back knowing where they need to go. Nice having a hole you can get through and not have to just do it all on your own as a running back.
Not a whole lot of room there on that screen pass as it just never developed.
And that's kind of a lot of today's running game, right? Spit the ball out quick, get it to your playmakers in space, get positive yards. It's instead of running the ball a couple yards up the middle, now you just spit it out wide, and a lot of times if you break a few tackles, it could be even bigger.
How about this sophomore stopping him short of the first down line?
Man, it's really hard to control the running game if you don't control the line of scrimmage. And how about the defensive line doing a great job attacking those guys up front, not open up lanes to run through. Nice job just nullifying that run altogether.
To the air, it's Nolan. And it's incomplete on third down.
Well, another incompletion, and you can see the frustration building, but you got to give the defense credit. They came into this one knowing no one was giving them a shot because of their record, because of what their stats are on paper, but they're playing better football. They're playing with better effort, and right now they're making the most plays.
With a double-digit deficit here in the second half, they're going to go for it on fourth down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Grabbed behind the line, it's Graham. And they do a really good job. Not as easy as it looks to get those blocks. And he picks up the first down.
And they are showing you their intentions early in the game. It's fourth down, you're in your own end. We're going to be aggressive, and we're not just going to do this early. We're going to do this all game long. Awesome execution on a critical down.
Using his feet. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Got 5 wideouts spread across the field on 2nd and 5. Back to pass. And that's going to fall to the ground incomplete. That was a physical matchup there. Third down coming.
You can sense the frustration building on the field and on the sideline for this team because on paper, they're the better team. From a player standpoint, from a record standpoint, things just not going their way in this game, and someone's going to have to step up and make a play to turn this thing around.
Got enough for the first. All down, but he has enough to move the chains.
Man, the evolution of the quarterback position. Basically, you should call them running backs who throw the ball really well now.
And guys, you know the other thing that happens here is that sets up the next play because you've sort of left the defensive line gassed trying to run down the quarterback.
Oh, you got to be in shape, chasing him around all day on design runs, on scrambles, and it's just and the +1 advantage you get by having that guy. It's so hard to defend.
And the Buckeyes getting set on 1st and 10.
Well, when you're running the drag route against man coverage like that, as a quarterback, you got to put the ball out in front of your target. And when you do that, you give the guy a chance to then advance the football up the field, pick up a first down like they did right there.
Solid pickup of 4 on 1st down and 2nd and 6. Back to throw, it's Nolan. Makes the grab. That completion will take them inside the 10 to the 9-yard line.
Man, these in-breaking routes are so hard from these slot guys because you're so worried about them flying up the field vertically. Nice job sitting down, breaking in, finding a little hole, making a catch.
From the gun, he'll try to throw. Big fella moving. Touchdown, Ohio State. They punctuate the chance with a trip to the end zone. A methodical drive that they finish off by tossing it to the tight end.
And the tight end, I tell you what, this is a position that's evolved so much, right? And you see him move all over the field. It's kind of like, where is Waldo? You got to find this big fella, especially down in the red zone area. This is the guy they're going to target and make the big play, get the touchdown.
They're coming out to tee it up for the kickoff, and that last score was a real buzzkill for this crowd. He'll bring it out. It's Hughes. That gamble did not pay off as they bring him down at the 12-yard line. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. They'll try to put a drive together, starting from their own 12. They'll try the right side. They just blew through that offensive line. It's a 4-yard loss.
And this team needs more of that, man. This is a really close football game, and you got to get these stops down the stretch and meet the physical challenge of this offense, and they do right there, man. And that's one step closer to getting this football back and maybe making this thing a football game.
A negative play to open the drive. Let's see what they've got on 2nd and 14. They'll send the tight end in motion. To the air, it's Bryant. Going to try to pop one on the screen. Didn't have much room to run and not a whole lot of help. Short game there and still plenty of ground to cover for the first down.
Yeah, and you're going to see this offense find different ways to get this running back involved. It's not just going to be on handoffs, and they're certainly going to line him up in different places and even throw him the football. But the screen game's a big part of it, too. They're trying to get him going now.
He'll have the first down as he gets it to the 28-yard line before he stopped.
And that's a huge third down conversion by the offense there. It's 3rd and long. You've got to lead, not by a lot. Quarterback, though, very poised. Reads the coverage, throws it in rhythm, and you stay on the field.
And the Cardinals moving quickly to the line.
A nice passing game by this offense. The quarterback and the receiver on the same page, in time, in rhythm, creates the big play. And look at them. They're right back on the football, ready to run another play.
He's going to throw deep right side. And he hauls it in inside the 30. They finally get him on the ground, but he's got an explosive play for the first down. That's the end of the quarter, and Louisville has the edge. And as we switch ends of the field, let's take a quick look at the national rankings. One more period to go to see who can make the winning plays and come home with the victory. They go back to work in the final period of this one. Motion from the wide receiver. Quick touch pass to the receiver. And he jukes the first guy, made him miss, and picked up a few before being brought down. Going to work in the red zone, they can't. The tackle. He's dragged down at the 12 as they try to cash in on this red zone opportunity. The Cardinals come to the line on 3rd and short, trying to convert here. Knocked down in the backfield, and that'll bring up 4th down.
Defense is about firing off, hitting the offensive guys, and staying in your gaps. Everybody knowing where they're supposed to be. You could tell the defense, everyone was right where they're supposed to be, nowhere to run.
So the offense is going to go for it on 4th down. Has to get there to move the sticks. He is stopped short, and isn't that going to make things interesting?
And how about the defense coming up big on 4th and short? You know they're going to run the football. Great job stacking the box, getting the big stop.
They'll run it from the gun. They'll knock him down after a pickup of 1 to the 18.
Well, we know this defense is one that plays with a lot of pride, right? And part of that is their ability stopping the run. They're a top 25 unit in the nation when it comes to stopping the rush, and that really helps them out down here in the red zone. They're going to have to step up big time in this situation.
And the pass is incomplete, jarred loose by the hit.
Not many receivers like to get hit. They just don't, okay? They're prima donnas. That's what they are. That's who they are. Nice job by the defender. You could tell he was catching the football. He was going to put a hit on him to make sure he had to think about something later, and you could see the ball pop out and fall to the ground.
From the gun, the running back has it. They'll stop him short on 3rd down in this defense, trying to make sure they stay on top.
Yeah, and this offense has to find a way to run the football. They got to get more creative, whatever that looks like for this offense, something to jumpstart them because nothing really going on the ground.
Yeah, defensively, though, you got to give them credit, too, because they knew that physically they were going to try to be challenged up front. That was a big MO for this offense coming.
Gonna take a shot. He's got it in more than enough for a 1st down. How about that one? 4th and forever, and he just turned one loose and fired it for the 1st down.
Man, does that sting defensively. You get him in the perfect situation. You know they're going to pass the football. You play the ball deep, and you give up a deep pass. That is a back-breaking play.
And that one is why offenses are hungry for big, big plays. They've got it 1st and 10, threatening inside the 30. The give to the back. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield.
And when you play defensive end, it's all about getting off the football. You can tell, gets off the football really fast, gets in the backfield, gets the running back before he knows what hit him. What a play by the defensive end.
Hit a little speed bump on this drive. It's 2nd and 12. Looking for a man. It's Nolan. Fires to the wideout. All kinds of room to throw that one in there. Couldn't quite nudge it in. Not sure you could get much closer, but it'll be 1st and goal. The Buckeyes are in the hurry up. They want to run this quarterback. Touchdown, Buckeyes! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house.
The defense knew coming into this game they were going to have their hands full. Not only did they have to worry about these running backs in the running game, they had to worry about the quarterback as well. On designed runs and on scrambles, they didn't have an answer for him right there.
Coming down the stretch in the 4th, and we are all tied up, about set to kick it away. He'll bring it out. It's Hughes. He stopped short of the 20 at the 19 and probably wishes he had just taken the touchback. The Louisville offense is headed back out on the field. They've got it back after that last drive stalled out, and they were stopped on 4th down, David.
Yeah.
He'll take a deep shot here. And it's incomplete. They were looking for the huge gain on 1st down.
Bad news on that play, it's an incompletion. The good news is the quarterback knew if his guy wasn't going to catch it, nobody was with that ball landing out of bounds.
Try to make up for some of that lost ground on 2nd down. Couldn't connect on 1st down, now back to the air. Unloads to the wideout. And the pass is incomplete thanks to a big hit.
Well, it's a great job by the back end of the defense that time, making up for what the front end of the defense couldn't do. The quarterback had all day to throw that ball, but it was the hit and coverage that forces the incompletion.
Certain moments in the game you know are just a little bit bigger. Here's one of them. Big play coming on 3rd and long. Gonna let it fly. He's got it on the outside. There he goes. 10. Touchdown Cardinals. And they've moved out front here in the 4th.
One of the reasons this offense is so exciting to watch, they've got guys that are dangerous after the catch. And if this quarterback gets through his progression, David, he hits you in stride, these guys will take it to the house.
Man, it's your job to do the rest, right? You hit me in stride where I don't have to stop running. I don't have to break down. It makes it so easy. The connection between quarterback, wide receiver, you can tell this is a good one, and that's why they got 6 on that play.
He'll take the return, try to get better field position. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. Okay, here comes the Ohio State offense onto the field. They cashed in on a short field last time they had it, and now they'll go to work from their own end. Grabbed in the middle. It's Graham. Knocked down at the 26 after ripping off 10 there.
Nice job by the receiver on the in route there. And how about the speed? After he made his break, he was able to actually separate a little bit from the DB, helping out his QB on that one.
They'll snap it from the 26 on 1st down. To the air, it's Nolan. Throws to the wideout. Got him downfield. That's the kind of play that can really get you going as they have a 1st down at the 43.
You need time for the routes to develop. So nice job by the quarterback there, being patient, allowing his receivers to work themselves open.
Wants to go up top on 1st down. Quarterback doing what he does best. He can move. He's going to take off.
Defense is all about creating negative plays, and he does a really good job at the quarterback spot of not taking sacks. Like, that's a great job. He wants to throw the football. The clock goes off. He takes off. He gets a positive gain.
The Buckeyes with myriad options after that big pickup on 1st down. A run for the quarterback. They knock him down, but he's got enough to get it across the line and pick up the 1st down.
QBs that can run completely change your game plan. I mean, every single bit of it. You have to understand, now as a pass rusher, I got to keep him in the pocket. I got to understand.
Oh, he's going to try to get it all here. Makes the grab at the 10.
Well, how about the offense setting that play up? We've seen earlier in the game a couple shorter throws. They're just trying to suck those safeties closer to the line of scrimmage, anticipating that they would get an opportunity to take a shot. They called the perfect play at the perfect time right there.
Wrestled down at the 8-yard line as they threaten deep in the red zone. Defense rolls up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. Back to throw, it's Nolan. And the pressure will get there. The sack. Down he goes in the waning moments. That could be a costly play.
In that 2nd down play, the defense, I think, was expecting pass. So you saw them come firing upfield. They use their speed. They use their athleticism. They win the one-on-ones, and they get a big-time sack.
Zings it complete to the right. And they'll get him down inside the 5, but this offense powering toward a score. Not able to get it in, but there's not much downside in trying to punch it in on 4th down.
I agree. This close to the goal line, 4th down, 4th quarter. This is a big moment right here. You be aggressive. You find that play that you really believe in. Try to go for it. Try to put some points on the board.
Tries to slither forward on the sneak. Will not get there. A 4th down stop.
Great Great job by the defense there on fourth down. I'll say this, QB sneaks are not a guaranteed play that you're going to get on offense. Everybody thinks it is. You dial it up, it's an automatic first. Not the case. That time, the defensive line was lower. They got more push, and there was just nowhere for the quarterback to go. Great job by the D.
And this run won't give them any more room to operate, but at least they avoided the safety. Quick timeout called by the defense, stopping the clock to save as much time as possible for their offense. You got to believe they just want to run it, take care of the football, and keep that clock moving on 2nd and 9. They'll run it, trying to drain time off the clock. He's loose at the 15. Wide open spaces. He's at the 40. He just brought some serious energy, making that huge play and getting it all the way down to the 23-yard line.
Every time he touches the ball, you can feel the excitement from this home crowd because Palmer, he can go the distance with that game-breaking speed.
You're right, David. He's a special talent. I'll tell you, these fans, they...
Got some room, headed to the goal line. Touchdown, Cardinals! Made the grab and took it on in for the score. As they push that lead out, a really good opportunity to get back in the win column.
Well, they get the touchdown when they needed it most. That score now makes it a two-possession game. And guys, with just seconds to go on the game clock, this thing is all but over.
And they did tack on the extra point. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. A lot of work to do as this drive will start from the 16-yard line. Back to throw, it's Nolan. Here's a heat. Hit hard just as he released it on first down and just couldn't get it to the receiver.
And the quarterback gets hit again. We already know this defense has gotten home to him multiple times in this game. So here you are, you're trailing in the game. Defense knows you're going to throw it. They're pinning their ears back. You can't feel very confident right now if you're the play caller, and certainly if you're the quarterback, that you're going to...
Oh, he's got some space. Big pickup before he goes out of bounds, but there is a flag. We'll have to see if it stands. So that penalty is going to cost them the first down as they back up, and now it's 2nd down. Wants to go up top. Fires to the middle. Got his man downfield. And he's down after the short completion. He did not make it to the first down marker. Timeout called by the offense. 23 seconds remaining in the game. On 3rd down, he'll try to pick it up through the air. He took a hit as he couldn't deliver the football. It's incomplete and 4th down's coming.
And this is a tough time for this offense because you're in passing mode. You're in comeback mode, and what is that? The defense knows that. Like, they're pinning their ears back. They're coming after the quarterback, and you've already struggled to protect.
Catches it past the sticks and still on his feet. And they make the tackle, but the official has tossed his flag. That one hurts. They thought they'd move the chains on 4th down. Instead, they back up. No signs of any kind of kickers. They'll leave the offense out there to try to move those chains. He wants a big play here late. Makes the grab, got the conversion, and still going. Running free. And he eluded the defense, and he'll take it all the way. Touchdown, Ohio State.
And that sure feels like too little, too late. This offense, they needed to score and execute faster, but there's not enough time to me, man. This feels like this one's over.
It is incomplete, and now there are 4 seconds remaining. Lining up for the onside kick, just a few seconds to play, and they will need a miracle. The hands team able to secure that football, and with that, should have secured a victory.
Yeah, and this is why you put your hands team on the field most of the time when you know it's coming, and you put those guys that are great catchers of the football. The first guys, what do? They go block. They go blow somebody up. The next guys catch the football, secure it, get your butt on the ground. And most of the time when you do this, the ball game is over.
With the win today, they're now bowl eligible, and that's certainly worth celebrating, at least to some degree, wouldn't you say, guys?
Yeah, listen, at the start of the year, there are a lot of goals that get put up on the black.
The question comes, should you really hate a rival? I mean, it's such a mean, nasty word. But in the case of clean, old-fashioned hate, there's really no other choice. Welcome to venerable Bobby Dodd Stadium in Atlanta, Georgia, home of the rambling wreck of Georgia Tech. As we'll see, a playoff team from last year, the Georgia Bulldogs, taking on a team from the ACC, the Georgia Tech Yellow Jackets. For EA Sports, I'm Reese Davis, Jesse Palmer, and David Pollack with me. Guys, can't wait to get this started. The Yellow Jackets will kick it away to start us off. Coming out with it, it's Ramsey. He stopped short of the 20 at the 19 and probably wishes he'd just taken the touchback. So the Georgia Bulldogs offense will be first on the attack. If you just can't get enough football. Well, Georgia Tech was the one for you last year. Between the hedges, they went 8 overtimes before the Dogs finally prevailed. So are you guys ready to go another 8 extra rounds this time?
Absolutely not. I got a plan to catch. But I tell you what, it was one of the most exciting games in all of college football. And Tech with the huge lead early, all the momentum swings. And Palmer, obviously, in the booth was pretty solid, too.
It was one of those games, David, you just hated that somebody had to lose. And I think back to Haynes King at quarterback for Georgia Tech, throwing for over 300 yards, running for over 100 yards. He was incredible. There was one costly fumble. Was it targeting? Wasn't it targeting? The call went Georgia's way. And then we were running out of ways to describe two-point plays, and we were running out of espresso late in the game. Bring your espresso for this one. It's going to be fun.
Nothing to do with the football, and he just throws it away. It'll be 3rd down. Looking to throw, it's Holstein. He's going to fire deep. He's got it along the sideline. They finally get to him, but what a play there to pick up the 1st down.
When you're a playmaker like this guy is, your coaches are going to dial up plays intended for you, especially on 3rd down. That's what you saw in that last play. There was no question where the quarterback was going with that football. All week long, they decided on the biggest downs of this game, we're going to target our best player, and we're going to make sure that he gets looks. It doesn't matter what the coverage is, and you saw it right there on that one.
He's really close to that 1st down marker, but they stop him just a bit short. Bully ball on 3rd and short. And boy, is he close to that 1st down, maybe just a couple of inches short. And so on their opening drive of the game, they want to stay on. Big tight end makes the grab, 1st down, still on his feet. They make the tackle, but he's got enough to give Georgia a 1st down. Quick pass on the jet motion. You'll take this every time. 5 yards on the 1st down play. Operating in the red zone here on 2nd down. Takes the handoff. It's Overton. Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Georgia.
Man, it doesn't get any better than that. You script the first 10 plays, that was 10 plays. That was perfection. That was a touchdown. That's called good scouting, being ready for the football game, and executing to a T to start this game off.
Drive, and they don't come away with the points now. How's that going to impact the game?
The Yellow Jackets offense will try to get something started with their first possession. And for their sake, they better hope they've solved some of the turnover and protection issues that just plagued them in a nightmare of a game last week, David.
It was not a good performance. And this offense has got to grow. It's got to get better. And they've got to find some ways to move the football. They've got to throw the football. But we can't turn it over. Just those are the critical mistakes. More games are lost than won. And last week, too many turnovers for this quarterback.
Well, they just had too many negative plays and too many turnovers in that game to win. They believe they've got the dudes offensively to win games so long as they stay on schedule. But when you're going backwards and you're giving the offense on the other side more possessions because you turn it over, that's a recipe for disaster, and that's something they have to be able to avoid in this game.
Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face 3rd down. Back in motion, try to clear the picture. Trying to set up the screen. And it's pretty obvious there was a big hole in that screen, and the defense ran right through it. And the Yellow Jackets send out the punt unit. First punt of the day, and he'd love to lock them up close to their goal line. And the ball hits at the 3 and gets into the end zone. It'll be a touchback. We're ready to get another look at this Bulldog offense. Always a positive to put up early points, and they'll try to add to this 6-0 edge. And he's able to find a little bit of running room before they get him down. And the Bulldogs in a good spot here with 2nd and short. Dropping back, it's Holstein. He's moving out of the pocket. Got it behind the line. It's Davidson. And he gets it up to the 36. It'll be a 1st down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Looking for room. It's Overton. A confident, tough, efficient run. Gets it up to the 44. The Dogs can play this second down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. Looking to fire. Makes the catch. It's Davidson. And they'll pick up the first down and mark it at the 47. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Got a man. It's Ramsey. Breaks into the open. All down at the 38-yard line and a big pickup of 15 yards there. And the Dogs back to the line on first down. Let's see if they keep leaning on this running game. Fires to the right. It's complete. Makes the grab. Defense right there, and they are set up at the 14. The Bulldogs racing to the line in the hurry up. Trying to cap this drive with the pass. Caught in the backfield. It's Overton. They've got it down to the 3-yard line. Really well done on that throw and catch. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Now on first and goal, let's see what Georgia will do. Quarterback making adjustments. They want to throw it. Steps away to find some room. And he'll finish the run and the end zone. Touchdown, Bulldogs. Well, that didn't necessarily go as planned, but it was most effective in the end.
I love it, Reese. Down in the red zone, this quarterback didn't have
the fake, and he wants to throw. And he was hit just as he was releasing the pass, and it falls to the ground incomplete. The offense wastes no time getting the timeout call. They're getting set to kick it away, and that last score took a little oomph out of this crowd. And he takes this from inside the 5. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. The give, and he's looking for room behind the left tackle. Picks up the first down. And the defense finally makes the stop after the sweet run and good gain. Looking to throw on first down. Throws to the tight end. A strike downfield. Turning it on. A huge gain on that one before he ran out of bounds, and he has the first down. The Yellow Jackets look to do some damage in the red zone. Off the play fake on first down to throw. He snares it in the end zone. Touchdown, Georgia Tech.
One of the areas they really focused on with this receiver in the offseason was we need you to make more plays for us in the end zone. When we're taking shots, we need you to be able to step up and make tough catches. David, what a grab right there.
And I think a lot of that has to do with trusting your guy, knowing where he's going to be, knowing when he's going to sit down, when he's not, so being on the same page, and then having a guy that can go get it. Just when the ball is near him, he's going to make the play, just like he did right there for 6 points.
That gamble did not pay off as they bring him down at the 12-yard line. Opening play of this drive comes from the 12-yard line. Off-play action. He unleashes a long one. And they weren't able to make the connection. They were looking for an explosive play. Backed up now, here's second and long. Dropping back, it's Holstein. The sweet feet buy a little time. And this is dropped. Incomplete pass. He had a huge gain in his fingers, and he couldn't hold on. Going to have to come up with a play on 3rd and 10 from inside their own 20. From the gun, wants to pass. Finds his man. It's Taylor. Really good job making a play, getting it out to the 24 and moving those chains.
Well, we know this guy is special, and because of that, his quarterback is looking to him on critical down and distances. There on that 3rd down, there was no question. It wouldn't have mattered if he was single cover.
He's got it for a big play. Finally corralled, but not before. He picked up the first down. This Georgia offense moving quickly down the field.
Well, Reese, you and I were talking about this before the game. How is this defense going to be able to deal with all the speed they have offensively? You saw them just rip off a big play.
And he'll take a shot. And they won't make the connection going for the big play.
Looks to me on that deep ball like he was forcing it a little bit. You got to be careful as a quarterback. You're not trying to outduel the other guy who just threw a touchdown pass. You're just trying to win the game. So just execute the plays. The ball goes to who it's designed to go to. If that means you got to turn around and hand it off, then that's what you got to do. But I think on that last deep ball, QB forcing it a little bit.
Just when they thought they had the big play, the penalty wipes it out. Let's see what they do on third down. Looking to throw, and he needs a chunk play. Dances away. Trying to escape and get it himself. He is denied. Cannot get to the first down marker, and it's fourth down coming. We're through one, and what a back-and-forth battle between these two quarterbacks as we look at the stats. They've switched into the field, and we're ready to get things started here in the second. Now on fourth down, they'll settle for a field goal try. Everything will have to be clean from 55 yards away. And that is no good. Missed an opportunity for a little cushion. The lead is still 5. The Rambling Wreck offense rolls back onto the field. Going right to work up top. He's got it. He gets it to the 31-yard line. A big play for this offense. After ripping off a big chunk of yardage, you figure they're going to go right back after him. 1st and 10 from the 31. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
And, man, it's nice to have a guy that is just better than your guys. And no matter what play you call, man, how about him getting in the backfield quick, penetrating, using his quickness, and using his strength to get...
Throws toward the end zone. Oh, he had it. The deep ball was there, and it just trickled through his fingers. Now facing a 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Caught, close to the marker, it's Phillips. That will be enough to move the chains and give them a first down in the red zone at the 14. Going for 6. He was open, he had it, and he dropped it. Would have been a touchdown. Instead, it's 2nd down. 2nd down coming up on this red zone opportunity. Corners showing press. They want to be physical here. And he can't quite make the connection as he was trying to pay off this red zone opportunity. This drive was clicking along, but after a couple of misfires, threatening to stall out on 3rd and 10. Snagged out of the air. They stop him short, and we'll have a big 4th down coming. They'll try to salvage a field goal on this drive. Right down the boulevard. It's good. That slices the lead to 2. They were able to get a field goal on the board, and now they'll kick it away.
And you want a touchdown, and you want to be aggressive, but, man, right down the middle, that obviously gives me some confidence down the road that I can trust this guy.
He gets it out to the 32 and sets him up with a little better field position. And Georgia ready to go back to work on offense. Last time they had it, the long missed field goal ended the drive. The idea, get a little deeper in. Lost one deep down the right side. Got it in stride inside the 20. That is just a gargantuan play as he has it all the way down to the 12. They just changed the dynamic of this possession in a heartbeat, and now it's 1st and 10 from inside the red zone. And that defense is there to guide him out of bounds after a short gain. Guys, let's chat about Georgia. Not sure if you guys saw this, but they had a big-time 4-star running back get a verbal commitment last week. What's his transition going to be like, David?
First of all, everybody saw it. It's all over social media, right? The excitement of landing a guy of that caliber. And just, I mean, that creates excitement in the whole recruiting class in this next cycle.
They've really got this offense humming. Just the fourth play of the drive, and it's 1st and goal. Looking downfield, it's Holstein. Touchdown, Dogs! Grab the short pass to put the 6 on the board.
This offense is so good. Man, they can hurt you in so many different ways, and they do it so quick, so explosive. They can put small drives together, big drives together. They've really had a great year, and that's why they're a top 10 offense.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Georgia Tech has the ball back, and here comes the Yellow Jacket offense. Always good to get points on a drive, David. Chip shot field. And the pressure gets there. And down he goes at the 18. And the Yellow Jackets trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play. Going to swing it on 2nd down. Going to throw it over the top of the deep. Pulls it in down the sideline. Gets it to the 46-yard line. 1st down for this offense. This offense is like running a perfection drill in practice against air. Chunk play after chunk play, and here they come again. Oh, he wants it all. It's picked off, and they ruin the drive with a turnover. Picked up a few extra on that return, but what a play by this defense to get the football. Ready to fire from the pistol. Looking to throw on 1st down. On target. And they pick up just a few on that completion. Let's take a little step back and have a look at Georgia. Every team needs those big dudes up front, and man, they got a mauler from the high school recruiting ranks. Big 4-star D lineman. David, what's his adjustment going to be like?
Well, you see the excitement from the fan base and the reaction. It's all over the place, and you understand why. Because just being able to have that size at that position, play the defensive line, is so important for these college teams. He'll fit right in.
They'll pick up the 1st down as he gets it out to the 27-yard line. Georgia coming out with a fresh set of downs. Oh, they're after him. Still from the pocket, fires over the middle. And that will be incomplete. Man, that would have been a big hitter if they could have done it, but 2nd down coming. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. Knew where he wanted to go with it, but couldn't find his target. It's incomplete. 3rd down conversion's always a huge stat. They've got a 3rd and long from the 27. Pulls it in. And he's brought down after a nice gain. And the Bulldogs will hustle to the line. We asked earlier this week, who's your favorite receiver? And, of course, he said the open one. But we know who he really wants to go to on 3rd down. He hurls one deep down the left side. Snags it inside the 20. The stop is made, but this offense is threatening. 1st and goal from the 9. And that big gainer on the last one has them threatening from inside the 10. He'll keep it himself. And he'll race it to the house. Touchdown, Georgia!
Man, you've seen the evolution of the option. You've seen the evolution with scrambling quarterbacks that can run and be so dynamic and just so much to defend. The quarterback says, forget that. You defend everything, I'll take it myself. In for 6.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. They've got a little time here to put together a productive drive late in the half. The give to the tailback. And he never had a chance. Just stopped cold as soon as he got it. The defense uses their 2nd timeout of the half as they try to get their act together. They'll go to work in the air on 2nd down. Caught over the middle. It's McGee. And the defense settled in to stop that one for a short gain. Whistle blows. We are at the 2-minute timeout. And man, oh man, could these guys use a score to cut into this lead. Thanks to grab. They'll keep this drive moving by picking up the 1st down. They have it at the 36. Wants to throw on 1st down. Grab near the marker. It's Phillips. They make the stop, but the sweet throwing catch is plenty to give them a first down. Looking to throw again. Finds the tight end. He's pushed out of bounds inside the 40 and the 38, and these guys are on the move. Now they've moved it just inside the 40. 1st and 10 from the 39. Looking downfield on first down. The short hands, it's Dickens. And a good job in coverage there as they stop it after just a few. Line getting set on 2nd down. Running back searching for a hole. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball. They've got to come up with a big play on this 3rd and long. A shot for the end zone. And that one's incomplete. They weren't just trying to move the chains. They were trying to move the scoreboard. Instead, it's 4th down. So they're going to send out the field goal unit to try a long one. And they're running out the kicker to give it a try. Splits the uprights from 56, and he's got 3 on the board. We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
Boys, if it's happening in college football, we've got eyes on it. Check this out. Arkansas State fell behind early, and it's been an uphill climb since. The thing is, this is a program that's worked the portal about as well as anyone. These kids are tough, and they could just find a way. It's a touchdown game. They're trailing.
Makes the catch on the left. There he goes. Into enemy territory and out of bounds at the 48. He has them across the 50, and they'll have it 1st and 10. Here comes the heat. He's not afraid to go deep. And he makes the catch inside the 25. Gets it all the way inside the 20-yard line to the 19 before being hauled down. Georgia hunkers down in the red zone. Lets it fly. It's incomplete. He was shooting for the end zone right there. They're dealing with a 2nd and long. Looking to pass. It's Holstein. Now he's going to break the pocket. A shot toward the end zone. And it's caught. Touchdown, Bulldogs.
Well, this offense is clicking. They've been doing it all first half, running the ball, throwing the ball. They add insult to injury with another touchdown here right before teams go into the tunnel. This defense, guys, they have got to find some answers, and they've got to regroup here at halftime.
He's able to grab the football, and the hands team gets the job done.
And you don't see a lot of these. You don't see a lot of onside kicks earlier in the game, especially in the 2nd quarter. You still feel each other out. You're still getting into the game. You don't want to give away that momentum, but that's exactly what they did by failing on that onside kick.
Quick pass on the fly motion. Some hard running there, but just too many defenders as he stopped for a loss. We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. He's got an open man. And they're able to get him on the ground. They'll immediately call timeout. Just a few seconds remaining here as they try to put something up before halftime.
You know, that's a great job by the receiver on that curl route. There's a lot of receivers that finish the route and they just stop. And that allows the DB to close the gap and then knock the ball away. Nice job by that receiver continuing to come back to his QB.
The offense quickly calls timeout to stop the clock. And as the clock is winding down here in the first half, they'll send out the field goal team. It is perfect. First half in the books. Time now to join Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Gentlemen, the Governor's Cup is on. Giving us some impressive moments.
Georgia will kick it deep to start the 2nd half. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. The Georgia Tech offense rolls back onto the field. When you're facing a deficit like this one to start the second half, you really can't afford to waste a single possession.
Fresh start here in the second half is the only way you can look at this if you're on offense. Things did not go your way there in the first half. It starts with one play. To get our confidence going, we just got to get something going early here on this drive.
One play, stay aggressive. Now I think I can be even more aggressive on fourth downs because obviously I've built.
Oh, he's got some space. They make the stop, but there is a flag on the field. We'll see what that's all about. They had the first down before that penalty backed them up, and now they'll snap it on second down. Let's see what they've got on second down. Back to pass. And it'll be incomplete. This defense is physical in pass deep. And this offense just can't afford not to get the first down here. Already trailing big, and the clock is not their friend. They'll send the back in motion. He'll loft one deep down the left side. It's picked off, and that's number 10.
And the defender makes a great read, breaks on the football, and makes the big interception in the back end. Here's the thing. That's number 4 this season, so he's finding the football consistently.
Nowhere to go with the ball, and down he goes at the 39. The Dogs now with a long way to go to pick up the first down. Looking to throw, it's Holstein. Got out of trouble, got rid of it. Got a man, it's White. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground to cover to pick up the first. Got quite a ways to go to keep this drive going. It's third down from the 45. He lofts it high and deep down the left side. Couldn't quite haul it in. They almost had their first pick here late in the game. I guess they believe the entire field is 4-down territory. A bit of an odd choice, but they'll go for it on 4th and 12 miles. Oh, he loves to fire downfield. It's incomplete. A 4th down stop and the turnover on downs. First play of the drive, wants to throw. Fires to the wideout. Wide open downfield. Perhaps a touchdown-saving tackle at the 17. The Yellow Jackets have pushed it inside the 20. Running it to the right. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield. Couldn't get him blocked on that last one. Now it's 2nd and 14. Wants to go up top. Quick strike complete. The defense wouldn't let him loose, and even though it's a completion, they lost yardage. They run into a bit of trouble here. 3rd and long from the 25, and the last thing they want is to get knocked out of field goal range. Lets it fly deep downfield. Oh, he dropped it. That deep ball was right on the money. You just have to make that catch. So here comes the field goal unit once again. They've already kicked 3 tonight. Never a doubt. Right down the middle. That'll close the gap to 14. After putting up the field goal, they're set to kick it away.
Man, so many more times we're going to say, go for it, be aggressive. Nice to have a guy you can depend on, and you know you're putting 3 on the board. Nice kick, nice job.
Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. We're ready to get another look at this Bulldog offense. Really nice job to squirt his way up to the 31-yard line. And the Dogs with a 2nd and short to keep this drive moving. From the gun, the ground game. Breaks into the open. A huge play, and they get it all the way to the 45-yard line. They've come out with answers on this possession, and now another first down. Back to pass, it's Holstein. Gonna take a shot at this DB. Touchdown, Dogs! And they take it in for 6 more points. Now they have extended this lead, guys, starting to put the hammer, but sometimes a rivalry game can give you a little of extra fight back.
And there can be no panic at this point now. You've worked too hard this offseason, David. They've had this game circled for so long. You've got to play your best football right now and fight back.
And you just need something good to happen on this next possession. You got to get the crowd back into this football game. Big rivalry. Get some emotion. Get some momentum on your side.
They'll go to the ground.
It's got to feel good as an offense knowing that early in the drive you can turn around, hand it off, get a push up front, and go get positive yardage.
Second down, they'll go to the air. That's caught. It's Craig. Couldn't find any more room up the sideline, and he's pushed out of bounds at the 36.
Well, great job by the quarterback understanding where the pressure was coming from and understanding where his outlet was. And, David, you know, it's demoralizing, I expect, from a defensive standpoint when you think you've dialed up the blitz and you think you're getting home.
Yeah, and you're doing what you can to try to pressure the QB, and you're bringing extra guys, but sometimes that comes at a sacrifice, and you can see he got the matchup he wanted, took advantage of it, didn't get flustered. That was the biggest thing. Like most QBs, sometimes when that blitz comes, they'll get flustered really quickly and make a bad decision. He stayed calm, made the right read, made the right decision.
Guys, this offense is already reeling down multiple possessions. Really need to cash in on this drive. Snags it over the middle. They stop him right at the 40-yard line. It's fourth down. Will they bring out the punt team? And the Yellow Jackets will try to pin them back with the punt. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. They'll get him down at the 21-yard line. The coverage team able to stop him right there. And Georgia ready to go back to work on offense. The give on the option. Turning it on. All the way out to the 37-yard line. It's a gain of 15.
We know this guy is in contention right now for the Heisman Trophy, and this late in the year, if you're going to bring that home, you've got to put up big stat games, right? Had over 100 rushing yards his last time out. He's doing it again today. He is turning it on late this season.
The Bulldogs can really attack on this second and short. Trying play action. Unloads to the wideout. Finds a man on the right. Knocked down immediately, but a big gain down to the 45. Georgia ready to dial it up on another first down. Buys a little time with his feet. Another interception. That's number 17 on the year. And they'll get him down after a solid return.
This offense really felt coming into today that they were going to have to throw the football. And for the most part, David, this quarterback has been lights out. That time, though, he lets it get away from him a little bit, and that was a critical INT for the defense and their
They needed something, man. They've given up a lot of yards, and that's the thing about the defense. Just sometimes it can change in one play. They make the interception, they force the turnover, and hopefully, for their sake, maybe get in the quarterback's head just a little bit.
Put it where only his man could get it and gave him enough room to get the foot down. Now on first down from the 40. Receivers work tirelessly, tapping that toe along the sideline, and it just looks so natural for him.
Yeah, it can't just be pat and go all the time, right? Reese just jogging down the field, ball hits you right in stride. You got to be able to make awkward body catches and do it getting your feet in bounds. That was sweet.
Looking for room, it's Craig. And he has a solid gain before the defense bottles him up. After the strong run on second down, third down coming. Do they do it again? Off the play fake. Just can't pull the trigger, and the quarterback is sacked at the 41. The Yellow Jackets will send out the punt unit.
Number 63, on to punt it away.
And that is how a punter helps out his defense, hitting them deep in their own territory. We'll see what they can do on this drive as it starts at the 8. Looking for a man, it's Holstein. Trying to burn this defensive back. And they can't make the connection, going for a big play on first down. Working well behind the sticks on second down. They'll throw again after the incompletion. Going back to the well, another deep ball. Oh, he had it. The deep ball was there, and it just trickled through his fingers. This defense has kept them backed up. Now one more stop, and they can get off the field on third and long. He'll take another shot here.
Offense couldn't get anything going in rhythm there. They're just trying to give themselves some space. Couldn't come up with the completion on third down. Looks like they're going to be punting.
The play-action fake. He's not afraid to go deep. Oh, he dropped it. That deep ball was right on the money. You just have to make that catch. And talk about spreading the ball around. Everyone getting a chance to show off the hands based on the number of targets we've seen. As we start the fourth quarter, it'll take a pretty sizable comeback to win this one. They'll try to open the quarter by cashing in on this big opportunity deep in the red zone. They'll run it on first and goal. And he rolls into the house. Touchdown, Yellow Jackets! Well, just as you would expect, that didn't take very long.
It didn't, Reese, and you've got to make great field position count. When you've got opportunities, you got to pay it off. And the offense took advantage, scoring a touchdown. Didn't have far to go, but they got the points they needed.
Here he comes from inside his own 5. He was looking for more running room, but none to be found as he stopped at the 23. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. We're ready to get another look at this Bulldog offense. That fourth down gamble didn't pay off on the last drive, and it led to... There he goes! He gets those chains moving, gets it out to the 42-yard line.
And this guy's going to have to come through for you in this game. He picks up another first down, but he's your Heisman contender. He's the best player on your football team, and he's a guy that's just going to have to touch the ball.
Oh, a lot of space. The 10. And he ran away from the defense to take it in. Touchdown, Georgia. That might be the proverbial fourth quarter dagger as they try to finish off their 12th straight win. Things getting tough for the Jackets as the hairy dogs putting the fight into this one.
Georgia owning the Jackets, and they've owned this series, this rivalry, the hatred between the two. Right now, it's looking like that Governor's Cup going straight to the Dogs.
He was looking for more running room, but none to be found as he stopped at the 23. The Ramblin' Wreck offense rolls back onto the field. Off the play fake on first down. 5 fires to the big fella. And he's able to bounce off one tackle for a solid pickup.
And this offense is going to have to catch some breaks, man. They're going to have to make some big plays. They're going to have to push the ball down the field, break some tackles, hit some home runs, down 3 possessions in the fourth quarter. They're going to have to do everything right.
Plucks it out of the air. They get him at the 42, but he picked up 10 there. They'll snap this one from the 42. It's 1st and 10. Now the play fake. It's complete to the right. Oh, what a big play for this offense as they get it to the 33-yard line. And the Yellow Jackets with the 1st and 10. To the air on 1st down. What precise footwork along the sideline to get that toe down for the catch. Plenty of work to do here on 2nd and long. Looking to fire. Throws for the tight end. Makes the grab. Touchdown, Georgia. And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house. Now we'll hang on here. The coach has called a timeout. He wants the officials to take another look. Thinks he's got a good shot at getting this one overturned. He spun that wheel of fortune by challenging the call, and it does not go his way, and he loses the timeout. And they add the extra point to finish the drive. Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
A bit of an under-the-radar game this week, guys, but take a look at this. Arkansas State fell behind early, and it's been an uphill climb since. The thing is, this is a program that's worked the portal about as well as anyone. These kids are tough, and they could just find a way. They're trailing by 11 to Texas State. Anything can happen down the stretch here in the Sun Belt. It's why we're here to keep you posted.
Trying to get behind the defense. And that one falls incomplete. They tried to go over the top on 1st down. 2nd down coming up. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. Back to pass. It's Holstein. Makes the grab. It's Taylor. And makes the tackle at the 23 after he got 10. It's 1st down from their own 23-yard line. Here's a quick throw out to the left. That's the kind of play that can really get you going as they get it out to the 36. When your best is demanded on a big stage like this against a rival, he has delivered, cracking the 150-yard mark.
No doubt about it. What do we say? Big-time players make big plays in big games. The games don't get bigger than this for this team right here. And this guy, David, has shown up today.
Man, it's so nice as a coach to have that dude that you know you can count on. He'll put up big numbers, and he's been carrying this offense.
Fires deep toward the end zone. Trying to barrel in. And another big game for this offense. They are putting explosive pass after explosive pass up in this one. They've hit him with back-to-back chunk plays. Now it's 1st and touchdown Bulldogs. How about this back staying on and getting it in on the... The lead keeps growing, and so do the accomplishments. Moments away from a perfect regular season at 12-0. And the extra point splits the uprights, and they're up a full 3 touchdowns, a 21-point cushion in the 4th. On the run from inside his own 5. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. Georgia Tech has the ball back, and here comes the Yellow Jacket offense. They unleashed an aerial assault last time that took them right to the end zone, David.
So, Reese, with that drive, I think you've accomplished something you wanted to accomplish. Make this defense think. You put them back on their heels. Now, shoot, Palmer, you might be able to slip a few runs in on this drive to really jack them up.
Yeah, I like that idea, but I also like the fact that speed kills, and they've got it at the receiver position. So if you've got one-on-one matchups, man, take advantage.
Got his man to the left. They corral him out of bounds. offense might have something going. It's 1st and 10 from the 38-yard line. Wants to go up top on 1st down. Working on the right. He gets it inside the 30 and out of bounds at the 29, and they are rolling. They made the defense pay with that last big chunk of yardage. Now 1st and 10 from the 30. And as he took a shot trying to deliver. Second down, he'll throw it. Throws to the wideout. Catch in the middle. It's Rodgers. He's there to make the stop, but not before he sets up this offense. 1st and goal from the 7. The Yellow Jackets, once backed up in the shadow of their own goalpost, have put quite a drive together. From the gun. Wideout trying to get it in. They'll mark him down at the 2. The excellent execution on that throw and catch. Lost the fire on 2nd down. Touchdown, Yellow Jackets! Quick strike through the air for the score.
That's number 2 on the day, having a day. I mean, you know he's going to catch the football, and you know he's going to make plays after he catches. Those are the kind of guys that you feature, and you find them, and they produce like this, you keep finding them.
Looks as if the hands team will be able to recover the ball. And Georgia ready to go back to work on offense. This offense has really been clicking in the game so far, Jesse.
No doubt. Everything their play caller is dialing up, these guys offensively have been able to go out and execute.
Unleashes one deep. Touchdown, Dogs! They took a shot to the... and found 6 points waiting on them. They've stretched out this lead, and they're starting to smell their 11th win of the year.
Nice job on the route and catch by the tight end scoring that touchdown. And it doesn't matter what play this offense calls. All game long, everything has been working. This has been a master class in offensive productivity.
The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. They'll corral that squib kick just inside the 15. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Trying to start the drive with a pass. Got it in the middle. It's Rodgers. Nice gain on that play, but a little bit short of the 1st down.
Here's the deal. You're down 3 possessions. You know, it doesn't feel likely they're going to come back and win, but we've seen crazier stuff happen in college football. It all starts with a big completion on a 2-minute drive. They'll get the momentum started in your direction.
When offenses get 1st downs like this and they move the sticks and they get some momentum, look at what they do. They put their foot on the gas, run this no huddle, get to the line of scrimmage, and try to...
And he's got it inside the 35. Running wide open down the gut of the field. And he got away from the defense and takes it in. Touchdown, Georgia Tech.
And you can tell he trusts his big tight end. Airing the football way down the field, treating him like a wide receiver because you know he's going to go up, make the big play, get you in the end zone, score a touchdown.
They'd hope to get that thing bouncing around, but the hands team is able to corral it.
Yeah, and a great job by the receiving team. When you see the football kick, man, you got to be smart how fast it's coming, if I'm ready to catch it, if it needs to go to the next wave. Nice job being organized, seeing it, and executing well.
To the air, it's Holstein. He's got it. Good execution. They move the sticks, and they've got it at the 33. Timeout called by the defense. It's their first of the half as they'll make some adjustments. Under fire. And he was drilled just as he released the pass. It's incomplete. Well, will they dial up on 2nd and a long way to go? fired. On the last play, they'll go back to the air. He'll throw it. He can't find anybody. It'll be incomplete as the defense does a really good job in coverage. This third down play might be the last chance for this defense to stay in the game. Quick completion on the out. He's going to come up a couple of yards short of the first down. Timeout called there by the defense, desperate to get the ball back and save as much time as possible. They already have a comfortable lead up by multiple possessions, but they're going to go for it here on fourth down. Trying to do it on the ground. Running to Green. Oh, he's got some space. They'll make the stop, but that first down ought to ice it, and they should be able to kneel this one out. And the Bulldogs pounded the rock to move the sticks, now back to work.
How about that fourth down? I'm going for it because I'm ending this game with my offense on the field, getting the first down, and now Palmer just watching it go tick, tick, tick.
Yep. Listen, it's just imposing your will, right? You know you're running it. The opponent knows you're running it there on fourth down. There's just nothing they can do to stop it. It's looking like they're going to have to try to throw this one into the end zone here on third down, David. Quarterback's got to be careful. Can't get greedy because you know these windows, they close fast.
Extremely tight windows. Find your big body guys that you know can win in contested situations here on third down.
This defense trying to stand tall on fourth and goal from the 2. Trying to barge their way in. Beck's going for the goal line. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Georgia. And that might be a dagger. They push the lead out, and they are now setting their sights on their 12th straight win.
And what can you say about this offense in this game? All season long, they've done enough to win week in, week out. It hasn't always been pretty. They haven't always brought their A-plus game to the park. But they won a shootout today. Both offenses trading blows back and forth, and they were able to come out on top. And the offense, to me, is the reason they're still undefeated today.
The Georgia Tech offense rolls back onto the field. Not a lot of hope here, down 3 possessions late.
No, and I love this part as a pass rusher because I'm just pinning my ears back, getting to the quarterback. I know it's a pass every single time. Palmer, I'm trying to pad my stats. I'm sure you're just trying to stay up here.
Well, we're definitely just trying to stay alive at this point, but we're also trying late in the game. Even though it looks like you're going to lose it, it's all about building on the good things you do this week so that you're out executing at a higher level the next time.
And the Yellow Jackets really need to keep this drive alive on third down. They'll try to pick up the first through the air. Fires to the big fella. Really nice job to get it past the sticks, pick up the first down at the 30. Got to get everybody to the line and spike it to stop the clock. Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on second down. Back to pass. Looking to the big tight end. Finds his man. It's Phillips. And they'll move the chains and get it to the 47-yard line. DB's locked up tight on the receivers. Behind the chains now on second and long. Wants to go up top. Here's a throw downfield late. And he is finding wide open defenders all over the field. His 3rd interception of the day. Nice pickup on the return, but more important, they got the takeaway and now they're in business. Opening play of the drive from the 39. Wants to throw. It's Holstein. Fires to the middle. That's reeled in. It's Taylor. Timeout is called by the offense. They have 14 seconds left. Here they come, 1st and 10 from the 48. Looking to throw on first down. Hit as he throws. That one will be incomplete, and we are down to 10 seconds to go. So now it's second and long. After the incompletion, they go back up top. Looking for the end zone. Touchdown, Bulldogs! They went for the big play, and boy, did it ever pay off. The lead keeps growing, and so do the accomplishments. Moments away from a perfect regular season at 12-0.
Some would say run out the clock. Some would say I don't need to add points. But here's the thing. It's your job to stop them on defense. Now, listen, the handshakes, they might get a little bit interesting after this game, but the offense did their job.
Well, here in the fourth quarter, they were obviously expecting onside kick. They got their hands team on the field. They're able to jump on the ball and make sure they get possession.
Looking to throw on first down. He wants to go deep. Falls incomplete. They fought to the final whistle, but that's going to do it. The clean, old-fashioned hate was evident, and now Georgia Tech has even more reason to hate the Dogs because the red and black come out on top. That will put the wrap on things from here. For David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis. You've been watching another presentation of EA Sports College Football.